Hi guys, and welcome to a little video that we're doing. So today a big thing's happened for someone very special to me, and I'm going to introduce him to you now. Nathan Asprey, everybody!
Hi. Hello!
So today, if you've been keeping up to date with things, Nathan's been doing a little short film, haven't you?
Well, I say short, it could be feature length, it depends on editing.
And today we shot the final scenes.
We did.
So, I wanted to get Nathan onto camera and say a big cheers and a well done.
Thank you.
And first of all, I want to ask you, what have you enjoyed most about doing your little film project?
What have I enjoyed most? I'd say the writing. I enjoyed writing it and sitting there and thinking of ideas and thoughts. And then when it came to filming, I enjoyed the filming, because obviously it's coming to life, but it was the writing, when you envision something, it becomes different to what it's going to be. Like, things are deleted, things are altered, things like that. But your initial first thoughts, and when you're putting pen to paper and you sat there in that moment and writing your ideas and your thoughts and coming up with a story, that's what I enjoyed best.
And then watching it come to life.
Yeah.
So, give us a little bit of background, like where is this thought process for your story come from?
From a real life reference in the film. Because I've always been a big fan of wrestling, and I watched Bray Wyatt as The Fiend, and I took to him like that because I always liked The Undertaker and I like Rock and Stone Cold and all the rest of them. But then, The Fiend came out, and I was like, wow, this is like the Undertaker for the new generation. I mean, Undertaker's on his way out. This guy's pretty kick-ass. And then I watched Split, and I liked Split, and then I watched Glass, which was the follow-on from Split, and I felt like that could continue in its own thing or side stories or whatever. And then I watched Joker, and it was Joker that really gave me the sort of foot up the bum to get an idea in my head of doing something myself that could possibly be sort of like a mixture of the Horde from Split and Glass, or Kevin, or the Beast, whatever you know him as, and the Joker, and combine the two, but ultimately use the Fiend as sort of like a fan sort of reference. So yeah, it just basically came upon me because I don't really know how it came upon me. I watched these things, and then I got an idea. It just sprung onto me.
Creativity,
Yeah, I just thought one day, wouldn't it be cool if someone made a film of the Fiend, or someone like the Fiend, who basically goes through whatever and then becomes that and just is unstoppable like the Fiend. And I was just like, why not? Why can't I do that? I can get the stuff to do it, so why can't I do it?
Give it a go.
Give it a go, yeah.
So we all know Nathan's a YouTuber. He's got his YouTube channel and he does game videos. He's also done some animation, call them that, animated movies. So I guess this was the next step for you to move forward and do your own little movie. And so you had your idea, you wrote the script, and then came getting people to be in your film. What was your thought process behind that? Were you always going to do what you did and put out an advert, or were you hoping to just have people who you actually knew in it? Or
I knew right from the get-go that I wasn't going to be able to have certain people in my film. I was going to be able to have some other people in my film, but not certain people. and I knew I would struggle with that. So I decided to put an advert out on Facebook and just put actors and actresses needed, voluntary acting roles required for this film project, independent film, non-profit film. And yeah, just basically, when I came to doing the whole thing, like from the start, like obviously getting my ideas and script to screen and all the rest of that, when it came to casting, I knew that I'd need new people. I knew that, like, because when it came to doing the animated films, they were different. I had my friends and family involved on them at the time.
And that's just voices, though. You don't.
They were voices, yeah. You can't see them. Now, with the voices, obviously, you've got to put the same emotion behind it, but there's no acting required, in a sense. But when it came to doing this, which is my first ever live feature film debut, I had to get people. I could rely on some people, but I knew I wouldn't be able to like fulfill those roles with people that I knew, because I just know they wouldn't be interested. It's just not for them. They wouldn't. So I had to think of a way of getting people to jump on board, and how I did that was just, as I say, just created an opening on Facebook saying, look, there's this happening in and around where I live, in Doncaster, South Yorkshire. If anyone's interested, they'll jump on board, and a number of people did. Like
the response was amazing.
Yeah, like I was really shocked at how many people were actually applying. Like I can't remember. Like I remember looking at it and thinking, wow, I can't have this many people. I mean, I could, but it's the roles that are required, I only need a few. And I had bombardments of people like, yeah, I'll do it. Now, granted, some people didn't get back to us. Like they contacted me, they applied, and then I contacted them. I was like, thank you for applying, blah blah blah. We'll get in touch, blah 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 blah. And then nothing. Mm-hmm. We didn't hear anything.
And it's a little bit frustrating, I guess, wasn't it, for you? But things seem to have worked out okay in the end. And as we all know, like, so Nathan started this, and then along came something called COVID-19.
Yeah. So initially, when we started to get stuff underway, I was hoping to get the film done a long time ago.
Yeah, it was around like Christmas 2019, wasn't it? So the end of 2019 that you started really saying, I want to do this film.
Yeah, and then COVID hit, and then that we're in 2021 now, so you do the math. It's been a long time. It's been a long, daunting process making this film. It really has, because we've had to work around COVID.
And restrictions.
Interviews
and that have been done
via Zoom or Messenger or whatever.
And then socially distanced interviews and meeting up in person.
Meeting up, that were tricky because obviously we had to keep distance. Yeah. So we couldn't even shake hands or anything.
So then it's only really all come together over the last few months, over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, in the last few weeks, we've basically hammered the shit out of it and tried to get filming done. And we told everyone who was on board, who was willing to do it, that we've literally got these dates available for filming, because life happens, we've got other stuff planned. These are our only dates available. So if you want to take part, then you take part. But you need to be available for these dates. And luckily there were. But
and apart from COVID though, what have you found most challenging during the filming process more than anything?
Besides COVID? That's a tough one. I faced a lot of challenges. And during the day where it was the big group scene, I felt like everything was against me. The challenges I would say would be working it around a working schedule where obviously you've got to go to work, and then myself, I've got 2 kids. It's you've got to find openings, and every opportunity that you can get, you've got to do it. And I've sacrificed some things with it. I sacrificed days out with friends. I've sacrificed time with family. I've sacrificed loads of stuff so that I can go and work on this. And I've spent money on this. I've spent hours writing this, scratching my brain about stuff. How are things going to work? How is this going to be shot? It has been mind-boggling. Like, I can honestly say that I will do it again, but not for a long time. Not for a while.
Okay, so a few more things. Nathan didn't know, by the way, that I was going to be asking him stuff and getting him to like say stuff. It's all like whatnot. So for anybody out there thinking of wanting to make their own short film, what would you say to them?
Do it. If you've got a camera and an idea, and if you've got people who, well, even if you haven't got people to help you do it, do what I did. Go on Facebook, ask. People will jump on board. Like, I was surprised. Like I said, I was surprised at how many responses I got. And as I say, granted, some people, they applied, they didn't get back to me, but others did, and it worked. And I've done it. I've not done it yet. We finished filming. I've still got the editing and stuff, but essentially filming this, yeah, do it. Just do it. If you think you can do it, if you've got an idea, don't matter where you are, do it. Like I said, all you need is a camera, a notebook, a pen to write your ideas down, essentially write a script, set your characters. If you know people that will do it, set your characters, get them to do it. Do it. There's nothing to stop you. Apart from a virus
COVID.
Pandemic, which it did me. It slowed me down. Well, it didn't stop me, it slowed me down.
Yeah. So I just want to say I'm really proud of you for sticking to what you wanted to do, and despite everything thrown at you, you've still got there and you've done it. And I'm proud of you, babe.
Okay.
And one final thing, to everybody who's taken part and helped you,
a massive thank you. A massive thank you to everybody who's helped me. A massive. I can't thank you enough. I really can't. It has, like I say, it's been a grueling, daunting process making this film from the start to the finish. Getting the ideas together, writing the ideas down, writing a story plot, getting a script together, thinking of who's going to be in it, casting them, setting out filming dates, going out filming, making sure that everything's right. It's been daunting. And then, as I mentioned, during a group filming session, I felt like the day was against me. I really did. We filmed over 2 days. A group filming session. It involved myself, my cousin Michael, Leah, and a few others who came down. They travelled from, I think, quite far away, like Barnsley and Pontefract, Leeds, at least half hour's drive. So and yeah, like we had a few incidences where I actually thought the day wasn't going to happen. I had two no-shows, which was unfortunate. No fault of theirs, but at that time and day, we had no choice but to recast there and then, which was... I was on my way to the location where we were filming, and I was like, this ain't happening. I've got 2 people set for these roles, and they can't do it. They can't make it. They had the reasons, they couldn't make it. And I was like, shit. This is it. My film's not going to happen. My film is not going to happen. It is not going to work. It's done. It's done. I'm going to have to scrap the whole thing. But then I thought, no. Let me make a few calls. Let me see if people can jump in. And I spoke to a few people. I had 2 lads jump in, Brandon and Aaron. They jumped on. And do you know what? They did brilliantly. They really did. They didn't know what they were in for. They had an idea, but they didn't know really what they had no time to read the script. They had nothing. They literally jumped in and was like, yeah, we'll do it. We'll give it a go. And they did really, really, really well. And then we had a really, really bad incident happened where my soul left my body and the camera smashed. Something happened. I don't want to go into too much detail, but the camera that we were filming with smashed. And yeah, my heart stopped for at least 15 seconds when that happened, because I thought everything's gone. How badly damaged is this camera? Luckily, the screen had just come off. Obviously, what you can see the footage on, that had just come off, and the cord hadn't broken, so it was an easy fix. But in that moment, I was like, so I've flown back home, literally, and then I was like, okay, I've got a backup camera. And initially I was going to take the backup camera with me, but I forgot. Simple human error. And I ran, grabbed the camera, and then realised that the camera was full with other footage. So I was like, I need to delete some footage. So I'm deleting. Looked at the battery's nearly dead. I was like, I need to charge the backup camera. Charging the backup camera, boom. And then while that's being charged, the camera that's been smashed is currently being worked on, was fixed. And I was like, right, we'll take the backup camera, we'll give it 10-20 minutes worth of charge, have a quick coffee, unplug it and head back. We headed back.
Meanwhile, the rest of us are waiting on set with like no idea what's going on,
yeah,
because someone forgot their phone.
Yeah, I left my phone on set. So if anyone was trying to get hold of me, they couldn't get hold of me. So I flew back with the cameras, and then we were literally about to start filming again, and then someone had an accident involving a prop. It was a prop weapon, and they took a blow to the nose. I'm not going to mention any names because I don't want to name and shame, but they took a blow to the nose, and filming had to stop for that day. But luckily we had day 2 to film the rest of the scenes, and I knew, looking at the scripts and what was to be done, that we could essentially fit it in that day. And we did. And it was good. And I was happy with what we filmed. And yeah, I'm just happy that it's all done. And finished. I mean, don't get me wrong, the film is an amateur film. It's my first live feature film. It's not going to be a Hollywood blockbuster. I'm expecting some praise, but more criticism, because, you know, people are going to look at it and go, shit, or it's Nathan, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's tongue-in-cheek, cheesy film, and I know people are going to look at it and either laugh or just look at it and not be interested. I'm like, what is he doing? What's going on? What? But you've got to look at it, you've got to watch it with an open mind and take into consideration of what I had. I had a camera, a willingness to give it a go, and people to help me. And I've done the best with what I had. And that's all you can really do. And that's all I did. I've done the best with what I had. And you can't do no more than that. So obviously, when you come to watching it, just bear that in mind. Don't get me wrong; it's definitely not for children. It's just too. There's no like sex or anything in it like that, but there is some graphic violence and stuff. Quite dark, depressing scenes. But yeah, it's yeah.
So keep your eyes peeled for the upcoming trailers and everything else. The release date. Hopefully, it depends on me now. But I've got a busy schedule. But I'm hoping and praying to get it done for and out on YouTube for everyone to see and enjoy for October 31st, 2021. So if you're not watching this video on YouTube, Nathan's YouTube channel is
Nays Plays. Sorry, I was drinking.
And you'll be able to watch the video.
You can catch it on Nays Plays. There'll be trailers on social media, all over Nays Plays Facebook page. Where else? Possibly my Instagram. I might upload a few pictures on there. What else am I on? I'm not really on Twitter. I'm on Twitter, but I'm not really. I don't really use it. What? Facebook.
Just keep an eye
YouTube.
out. Any videos will be getting shared to all your social medias anyway.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out on any videos for the future references and that. And trailers and video to follow.
Oh, and another thing to point out is I have my haircut. It's very short at the moment, but during the film, well, you'll see. Yeah. The big difference.
So I think that's a good note to leave this video on.
Yeah, I've got no else to think that I need to say. It's been, it's just been a grueling project. It's been fun at the same time. If you're going to do something, do it. And one last thank you to everybody that's been involved, from yourself. She's been my rock, by the way, through this. She really has. She's been scheduling and rescheduling and rescheduling and writing the script up, editing the script in areas, and filming and being motivational, and yeah.
It's been stressful.
It's been stressful. Yeah, it's been stressful. But
I'm glad now it's all up to him.
Yeah, like I say, if you are going to do something, do it. Just do it. No matter what people say. If people are in your ear and they're saying you can't do it, don't do it. It's a waste of time. I've received it. I've had people say, fuck the film, scrap the film, bollocks to the film. It's taking too much of your time. It's taking too much of your life. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you're passionate about it and it's something that you want to do it.
Yeah.
I had that negativity at some points during the process of this filming. Don't do it. It's pointless. But I've done it. And I am proud of it. As I say, criticism is going to come. I know it is. But to that, I just go,
if it's something that you want to do it. And no one's opinion.
Yeah. It's not a Hollywood blockbuster, this. It's not.
Yeah.
I know it's not. And it's, like I say, it's tongue-in-cheek, cheesy film. But it's something that I've made and that I can look back on, and in like 10 years' time, look back on and laugh and smile and go, I did that. That's my first live debut film. And I'm proud of that.
Yeah. And finally, to everybody who has helped out and taken part in the film, actors, actresses, behind the scenes, all of you, and you know who you are watching this.
Even if it's a little bit of help that you've done, like 5 seconds of holding the camera and filming a shot.
Yeah.
Just
being on set and like watching and showing that support, you know. So 100%, like all of you. Thanks very much, and you've all been amazing.
Yeah, they have.
So
they have.
Yeah, and so have you.
I've tried.
We'll see you all soon.
Bye.